I am coming up on my 7-year wig anniversary in a few weeks. My goodness, have I learned a lot over the past 7 years of wig wearing. Today, I would like to talk with you about why, even if money is no object, even if I could have any wig in the whole world that I wanted, if I'm in the mood for a style and color like this, I would choose heat-friendly synthetic fibers every single time. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook, and I, like I said in the intro, have been wearing wigs for almost 7 years. I suffer from androgenic alopecia, otherwise known as female pattern hair loss. I've been losing my hair since I was in my early 20s, and I will be 54 in November, so a long time. And I came to wigs really late in my hair loss. I do wish I would have discovered them sooner. And I was really struggling. And the wig journey for me in the very beginning was not easy. I was not successful in the beginning, and I really wanted to give up. So if you're having a hard time right now, I really do understand. And I know that you can get there. And the reason I'm still making videos 7 years later is because I don't want you to struggle forever and ever. I know that it's hard, but it doesn't have to be hard forever. And if I can do it, if I can do it, you can do it. So today I'd like to talk about something that I've learned over the years when it comes to wig fibers and why, for certain styles, I do choose heat-friendly synthetic over any other type of fiber. And I'd like to caveat this by saying I wear everything. I wear human hair. I wear regular synthetic. Not very often. I generally choose heat-friendly synthetic over regular synthetic, and I'll talk a little bit about why that is. But I do wear everything. So my fiber selection really does depend on the goal for the wig that I'm choosing for the day, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well. The wig on my head is Euro Chic in the color 4/6. So Euro Chic by TressAllure in the color 4/6. Love this wig. This color is very close to my bio hair color. I don't think my bio hair was quite this dark, but for the last 10 years before I discovered wigs, maybe not quite that long, I colored my hair the darkest brown box color that I could buy at the drugstore because it thickened my hair up a little bit, and I used hair fibers, specifically Topic hair fibers, to hide my thinning. And I found that if I colored my hair the darkest brown I could find, then it was easier to match the hair fibers. I could just get the darkest brown hair fibers, and it would thicken my hair up a little bit. You know, that color kind of coats the strands. It doesn't last a whole long time, but it does help for a little while. And this truly feels like home to me. It's really what I was doing with my hair prior to wigs. So I love this color and I love this style. Here is why I choose heat-friendly synthetic fibers when I am wanting to wear a style like this. So when I say a style like this, I mean a straight bob, especially one that has a little bit of razored ends. This isn't a significantly razored end, but it does have razored ends. And I think there are no better fibers for a style like this, and here's why. First of all, the benefit of synthetic and heat-friendly, so both regular synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic fibers, is that the style is baked in. Whether it's straight or curly, it doesn't matter. The style is baked in, and you do not have to restyle that wig even after washing. So for those of you who like straight, sleek bob cuts or even longer lengths, you probably know that it's very hard to achieve this look with bio hair, with human hair. So whether it's bio hair growing out of your head or human hair on a wig, especially if that hair has a little bit of a wave or a curl to it, it will tend to get a little frizzy, and that wave or curl will continue to try to fight against the straight, sleek style. Weather plays a huge role in that. If it's humid, if it's raining, there's just so many factors. But in general, unless you're the hair texture, the hair type is naturally super straight, super sleek. Like sometimes you find on Asian hair, it can be really hard to achieve this type of look and to maintain it. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of product, and a lot of restyling, even with wigs. But when it comes to synthetic, it's just going to be like this every single time I put it on my head. The reason I choose heat-friendly over regular synthetic is because heat-friendly fibers don't tend to look shiny like regular synthetic fibers can look. I don't have a wig in this similar color here right now that I can use to demonstrate that, but I have shown that in previous videos. Regular synthetic isn't always shiny, but I would say it does happen quite often. Whereas heat-friendly synthetic is hardly ever shiny. It's just super rare. So that is one reason why I love heat-friendly synthetic over regular synthetic. I just think it looks more like human hair. It looks a little more natural. I don't have to finagle with it to tamp down shine. You sure can. Baby powder, cornstarch, dry shampoo. Over time, shine will dissipate. So you can manage shine, but for me, knowing I don't have to manage it if I just get heat-friendly, that is one reason why I really love heat-friendly fibers versus regular synthetic, even though they both have the style baked in and they both will remain, oops, sorry about that, sleek and straight with no restyling needed. Reason number 2 why I would choose heat-friendly synthetic over human hair when it comes to a wig like this is the color. One of the challenges with human hair, whether it's the bio hair growing out of your head or human hair on a wig, is it is impacted by the color is impacted by so many things that can change it. So you might hear color, you might hear some changes that can happen to color referred to as oxidizing. So the color can oxidize over time or turn brassy, especially on a super dark color like this. This color is a super rich, deep, dark chocolate brown. It is rich. It is luscious. I mean, I'm trying to think of all the descriptions that you can use. There is no red in this color. There's no brassiness at all in any light. I'm standing in front of a giant window right now, which this is going to make the depth of this color really pop. If this were human hair, it would potentially look like this if it were freshly colored, but it doesn't take long for the sunlight to change it, for chlorine in water to change it. Even city water has chlorine in it. Hard water can change the color. So many factors, chemicals in the products that you use. There's so many things that can impact how that color changes over time. And really in general, those things don't happen to synthetic or heat-friendly. If you are really particular about the color, then you're going to find a lot more color options in the synthetic, heat-friendly synthetic world. And those colors are going to stay true over the life of that wig. Now, in the beginning of your wig journey, you may be looking to mimic your bio hair perfectly. And maybe you could never achieve this kind of a look with your bio hair. You just never could get it quite this sleek and quite this straight and maintain it. In that case, you actually might not mind a human hair wig if you can swing it financially, because it's going to mimic your bio hair a little bit more closely than this synthetic. And this may feel a little fake to you. It's not going to feel or look fake to anyone else, I promise. But to you, you're going to be the harshest critic of the wig journey. And so in that case, you may say, yeah, but I don't mind that the wig is a little frizzy or, you know, doesn't maintain the sleekness because my bio hair never did. And in that case, then this is probably doesn't matter to you as much. But I will say, over the course of your journey, things will probably change. And as you get more comfortable wearing wigs, you may find yourself branching out to different styles and different colors because you can. And in those cases, you may start to really want the ability to wear something sleek and straight like this and not have to worry about restyling. So just because you're maybe not there now doesn't mean you won't ever be there. And so for me, and where I am 7 years into my journey, I love the fact that I can throw a heat-friendly synthetic wig on my head and it feels almost as good as human hair to me. And I know it's going to be super easy and I'm going to be out the door in 3 minutes. I'm really not going to have to fuss a whole lot. That's a huge benefit on this journey, and one that most of us start to appreciate pretty quickly. Let's talk for a moment about the elephant in the room though. Heat-friendly synthetic fibers sometimes have a bad rap. They can be challenging at times. They can be hard to care for. They can not last as long as regular synthetic. For sure, no synthetic's going to last as long as human hair. But one of the challenges with heat-friendly synthetic fibers is friction on your clothing. So as the fibers rub on clothing, they start to fray and frizz. The ends will get really like rough and clumpy and tangly. And you might find that hair that was really supple and moved really great over time doesn't continue to do that. And really it's friction that's the enemy of heat-friendly synthetic. Friction impacts regular synthetic. It takes longer and it's a bit of a different animal. It just doesn't do quite the same as to regular synthetic as it does to heat-friendly synthetic. But here's the thing. Length matters tremendously. Bob length above the shoulder length is not going to be detrimentally impacted by friction like longer styles. So when I first started wearing wigs, I heard all the warnings about heat friendly. I heard how horrible they were, how terrible they were to care for, how they didn't last, all the warnings, and I was terrified of them. And so I avoided them. And there were tons of really cute styles that I wanted to try by Raquel Welch and Belle Tress, especially. Belle Tress is a brand that is only has heat friendly fibers. And I always felt so left out because I was too afraid. Now I know that the hard wigs to care for are the longer, curly, and wavy styles. Not impossible. And I know plenty of wig sisters who have mastered how to maintain those heat-friendly fibers and they've got no issues with them. But if you're new, then here's my advice to you. Stick with above shoulder length, straight styles. You can get away with longer straight styles because the general wisdom is heat-friendly fibers need heat to be maintained, and you can easily maintain heat-friendly fibers with a hot air brush. And just running a hot air brush through those fibers with the heat on is going to smooth them out. It's going to get rid of the frizz. It's going to get rid of the fraying. And because it's straight, you don't have to worry about removing a curl pattern, because when you do that with a curly or wavy piece, then you're running the risk of straightening them. There's ways to do it. I've not mastered that myself. So just suffice it to say, if you can wear styles like the one on my head or shorter, you can wear heat friendly and you do not have to worry about extra special care. I have a video showing how I maintain my straight up with a twist by Raquel Welch. It is a similar style to this. And I'd worn that thing for like 4 months before I had to take heat to it. And then I made a video showing how I do that. So really it was minimal extra care and really easy to do. So don't shy away from heat-friendly synthetic if you can wear shorter styles, if you can wear straight styles or even curly shorter styles. It's really not that hard to maintain. I wouldn't avoid them. So for me personally, all the reasons that we just talked about, I prefer heat-friendly synthetic over any other type of fiber, even human hair, because I just love the ease. I love that the color is going to be maintained. I love that if it's straight, it's going to stay straight and sleek. If it's curly or wavy, it's going to stay curly or wavy even after washing, and I do not have to mess with it. That is such freedom when you deal with hair loss like I have. I love it, and it's one of the best perks of the wig journey. That's it, friends. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. I hope that this helped a little bit. I hope this introduced you to some concepts of the wig journey that you weren't aware of, that it helps as you think through what might be the best fit for you on your journey, and just gives you one more example of what works for someone else. And really, that's the whole point of all these videos, right? To help us learn some things maybe we didn't already know, and to see what works for others so we can start experimenting with what might work for us. So let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. And have you ever worn heat-friendly wigs? If you have, do you like them? Do you choose heat-friendly fibers for only specific types of styles? Do you wear a lot of different types of fibers? I would love to hear what your journey looks like right now. And if you've avoided heat-friendly wigs, I'd love to know why. And did you know that they're not that hard to care for on other links? Or maybe you've had a different experience. Please share it in the comments. It helps me, it helps others, and sometimes we just need to get it out. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next video.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.